Here's a different question. You and your girlfriend are walking down the street, and through a corner, you see a girl getting jumped. Y'all jump it in to save Shorty, or are you just gonna keep walking?
Me and my girl?
Yes. Like you're leaving dinner, you're about to go home, you're about to jump in the Uber, and through the corner of your eye, Shorty getting jumped.
By who?
Just people, just get into a scuffle.
Mm,
You're gonna be
that's a
like, babe, like go stand against this wall real quick. I'm gonna go handle this. Be Superman.
First off, I
I just
am
want. I
not.
just want. I just want to ratify this. I didn't write this question, but I needed a transition, and this worked perfectly.
Okay. Uh, First off, I don't think if I'm with my girl, I think my only responsibility is to protect her and me. Especially in America, where like all niggas are strapped up and literally everybody have that thing on them, if you know what I mean.
John
So I
doesn't have
think
that
like
thing on him.
I think the only thing that I hold to my girl is just like protecting her, like the most that I can. You know what I'm saying? Like because if she's with me and this and that, I think I'll hold her that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the most I can do in this situation, I'm not fucking Batman, bro. I would probably call the police, because if niggas are jumping or like jumping somebody and I'm just getting in there very blindly, that's like very
All right,
stupid,
but
you
like
know?
physical violence, like you're gonna wait for the police to show up.
See, this is a
Yeah.
very yeah, this is a very tough question. I mean, on one aspect of it, you can be the person who says, "I'll just swoop in, jump in, be the quote unquote savior." But there's just so many different variables to account for. First of all, why is this scuffle even happening? You're not going to be thinking any of this, but I'm just saying overall, why is this happening? Who's fighting who? How many people are there? Is it guys? Is it all women? Is this outside of a function? Is this outside of a place? Where's the location? Is this in the city? Like, is this in the like just the streets? Straight up. And then you also have
No.
to.
Let me reword it then. A woman is being attacked. Like she's not like throwing hands with her friends. Like just two dudes are like jumping her.
Like I want to say, like the good in me wants to say I want to do something. I would most likely think of doing something, but then there's the part of me where you have to also be thinking about the consequences that can come with just you interfering and jumping into any willy nilly situation where you see something going on, especially when you don't know why it's going on, and that's how people lose their lives, lose whatever. They get robbed. Shit, it could be it could be
Set
just
up.
a set, literally, like that has happened where people set people up like that. That's why I say, like, people won't think like this, but you gotta account for a lot of shit. Like, if that shit was going on in like the shittiest parts of fucking Boston here, or like or even just like if you saw like a crackhead and doing that, like, again, I'm gonna think, shit, I want to do something, or maybe I'll report it or say something, but I don't know if I'm just gonna immediately just jump in, especially if I'm with my girl. I honestly feel like having, or just someone with me, like especially someone I care about, I'm not gonna be more inclined to do that unless, especially because I want to protect them in my eyes, or I want to be with them, and I wouldn't want to put them in risk by me injecting myself into some completely different scenario and situation that I don't even fully know. So it's very hard for me to say a real concrete answer. I want to lean towards saying I would do something. Like, I know I would. Like, if this is like TV and movies, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. Or if I was if I was single, especially, I'm probably more inclined to think of doing something outside of
That's what I
just
was gonna
reporting.
ask next. If you were by yourselves, like obviously still in a relationship, but like you just walking alone, and you see some shit go down, like you going in to help. Like would that change the effort if you were with your girl or not?
I do think it would, and she would probably fucking hate me for even doing that.
What would you
No,
tell her?
I'd tell her the truth especially if something almost like, especially if she would be worried about me
But
and
like
shit.
no danger of yourself. Like you just help a woman, like fight off two dudes and like get her bag back or whatever. Like would you be like hey, guess what I did today?
I mean, yeah. I'd be on. Like I said, I'd be honest with her. I'd tell her what happened, what's up. I mean, she would know something's up if like I wasn't responding for a certain period of time, and just
Even if
I
you
got
make her
bruised
mad?
up. Yeah,
Oh, I
of
guess.
course.
Yeah, yeah, or
Regardless,
something.
yeah, yeah. Regardless if it makes her mad. I mean, the truth is the truth. You gotta be as honest as you can be and want to be, especially because I would expect the same from her. You know what I mean? And this
I
in regards to that.
I guess I just struggle with, what I would do in a situation because I feel like if I do nothing, I'd get into like that whole like, you just let that happen. Like she got her ass kicked. Like I feel like I get that, conversation later down the road. Like, we were walking, you saw a woman get, assaulted and you didn't do anything. I'm like, yeah, because I'm with you.
I mean,
Mm.
I
Like
think we
how would
should.
you handle those conversations?
Be more
See, I
specific when you say that.
So an instance happens, you're with your girlfriend, you don't do a thing. You go back to the crib and she confronts you about it, like, you didn't do anything to help. What the fuck?
I mean, I'd make my case. I'd be blunt with her. Like, basically break it down, like I said before. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. It's so
Oh no,
easy.
I'm not downing those reasons. Those are very good reasons. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get arrested, hurt, or wrapped up in some shit if I don't
yeah,
need to be. But at the same time, I do get what you said. Like, I would want to do something at least.
yeah. I mean, all you could really do would really be report it. That's the extent. You report it, or yeah. I mean, you tell other people in the vicinity. Like, I don't know what. Like, it's that question is very difficult, especially when you ask it just blatantly and just we're just having a conversation, because when stuff like that really goes down, you don't know what you're gonna really think or do when you actually see it going down, you know um it definitely can be something that a lot of people, especially online, will talk about and say it should be one way or the other. Like, it's very easy, willy nilly, when it's not. Like, a lot of stuff that's discussed amongst, like, on social media and online, people will really make these questions seem as if it's just black or white, or like it should be one way or the other. This is more moral than the other, but it's like there's so much shit that goes into it. Let's just say this shit happens and you're in a completely different country now, throws it to a completely different level, completely different rules, completely different laws, like shit. And again, people don't think to that extent. It's very surface level. It's, oh, if I'm this stereotypical like masculine guy or whatever. Oh, if I see some chick getting beat up or jumped or whatever, I'm gonna jump in and be fucking Superman or Batman and solve this problem. I'm gonna be the hero. But it's like, bro, like all it takes is one bullet and you done. You gone. All it takes is one knife to the fucking to an artery and you out. All it takes is a bunch of motherfuckers jumping you and like you ain't getting back up. Like you gonna be pissing out blood and pain.
You
So.
know, one thing that most maybe women are not aware of, like there's always that tension between us men, like because even when we like being cordial with each other, like there's certain line to not cross, like it's there, the energy is there, like most niggas will try to like I don't know, show their alpha side, you know what I'm saying? Like showing that, oh niggas, you don't gotta do this way. It's there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people miss the fact that it's not only women that's being killed, because the majority of men's killer other men, bro. Men are danger for like other men. Let's say like
Mhm.
me, I'm like a man that just like I'm just chilling in my home. I don't do anything bad, you know what I'm saying? Like it takes like one man, bro, like to just like fuck me up and then this and that. And granted, I'm a man, sure. I go
So I
to the
think you
gym,
don't
I
really.
work out.
Oh, what was I
Huh?
gonna say?
Yeah,
It
I
takes
go to
one
the
dude to
gym.
fuck you up.
Yeah, I go to the gym, I work out. But like there's always like a bigger
Drop and give
man.
me
Like
20.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's already a bigger man, and always gonna be like a bigger dude at the gym, bro. Like there's always gonna be like someone more violent than you. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter like how violent you are, how technical you can be.
Yeah. Yo, like, let me say this though. Let's flip the fucking genders. If a guy is getting jumped by a bunch of guys and a woman sees it, what do you think the answer to the woman would be in regards to that situation?
If
I
Shorty
that
jumps in and saves me, I probably buy
Yeah.
her dinner.
well, okay. If I'm asking that to a guy or a girl, you think most people are gonna say, "Oh, that the woman should be inclined to like do something," if that makes sense.
I I don't
I'm
think
not touching this with a 30-foot pole. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, wait, what do you mean by that, though?
Well, I mean, it's just to each person their own. But 9 out of 10 times, everybody walking by when two dudes are fighting. That's just how it is.
See,
true.
Like even
that's
if I'm on the ground, right, and Dominique and John are jumping the fuck out of me, you think any passerby could be like, someone help that kid?
see, that's
I
true,
mean, I
but
know someone would. Like, I've seen that happening before. You
No,
know?
but like, are they gonna jump in rather than just say like, somebody help? Like, are they gonna be like, hey, get off him?
Sometimes it kind of like varies, right? Sometimes I see people straight up jump into a fight to break the fight, right? And sometimes people just passing by, like it all depends, bro. Like if I see a fight, like let's say somewhere probably in downtown Boston where like a lot of people are passing by, I'll probably I feel like more welcome to just try to stop the fight because I feel
All
like
right.
it's a
Let me
more
reword
friendly
this
place to do
question.
that, you know?
Me and John are jumping Dominique. We're slamming his head off dumpsters. John's got a gun. I got a knife. Is anybody gonna stop us from jumping?
see, but that's different though, and I wanted
No,
to
no,
touch
no,
it.
I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example. So that's all.
Okay. I mean,
I'm just using names. I'm just using the three of us.
I was really touching on like the gender switch up to that just to point out because I feel like as guys, like this is just a societal thing. Guys are more inclined and looked at to be the people who need to step in and do something or
Right,
do
but like
something
that's
in
what I was
regards to
gonna go
that.
through next. If anyone's gonna help, is it gonna be another dude or is it gonna be a girl?
Definitely
Another dude.
Right.
It's not gonna be a girl.
So I don't think anyone's gonna be like, why didn't grandma step in, help me from getting my teeth kicked in? Because grandma's not gonna do that.
Yeah. But like one thing you have to historically, bro, there's like always this thing, women be involving themselves like in the most shittiest situation possible. But usually like, it's usually the man that's there with that gets like that get to be the victim. And you see like, the girls, usually, get out of the situation scotch free. You know what I'm saying? Like
I wouldn't
this
even
is
say
how
that.
no,
Because
no,
think
I'm
about it.
just telling you in most situation. Plus, like most people wouldn't touch a woman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, if,
straight up. A woman can touch a guy versus a guy touching a woman. Like if a
Yeah.
woman slaps a guy versus a guy slapping a girl, there is a complete big difference.
literally, bro.
And that will always be the case. Like I'm not complaining, but so I just think when you say that you would feel bad, like if you were to walk by and see someone getting jumped, like in my head, I'm thinking in that same regard, like if someone, let's say like another guy or people just view you like will view that a certain way and look at you a certain way and be like, oh, why didn't you do something? Are they gonna say that same thing to say a girl or a woman just passing by? No, I don't think so. Personally, I don't think it's gonna be viewed the same. There's a certain degree and level of expectations that people have, and that's based on the gender of what you are, who you are, and like depending on what the situations are. So I mean, like again, that's just a societal thing. Like at the end of the day, like where you are, where you live, how we've been, accustomed to be raised, and view certain stuff.
I don't think my family ever touched on, you see a woman getting jumped, what do you do? I literally don't think I've ever had that conversation.
Oh hell no! That conversation, that like I said, that's like the internet. Like really, that's how I've been exposed to that shit. I've never thought of that. Like I don't think most people think of that type of stuff.
I feel like if anything, my parents would have been like, obviously if you see something, say something, but like, again, stay safe. Like, don't go pushing people out in front of the way of the
Go
bus.
Rambo. Think you're Rambo
Right.
and fucking
Right. Go take out a corrupt government.
Yeah, I have to add on this because there's like always that false idea of us men. We don't try to protect themselves or stay safe out there, because as long as I know that I've been out there without my parents being there, I've always tried to stay safe in certain situations. Like probably somewhere you're gonna hear that some women saying that, oh, because I'm a woman, I cannot go to certain street at night and this and that. Like nigga, so is me. Like I cannot. I'm not going to certain places like at night because I just know better. Because I know like yes, I am a man, but like some niggas out there are ready to cross the line that I'm probably not ready to cross. And I need to stay safe. Like when I'm pumping my gas at night, bro. Like I be looking at my surrounding. You know what I'm saying? Like to see what's up. It's not only women that just like that's just like that have to be conscious about like what they're doing. I feel like
I'm definitely, I'd say I'm the same way, but if I don't find myself in those situations, it's mostly because I don't put myself in them. Like I'm never gonna be like pumping my gas at fucking 2 a.m. But when I do, I'm very like aware of my surroundings. Like I'm not just gonna like leave my car unlocked and have my back turned. But at the same time, like I've done some shit that no sane woman will ever do.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fall asleep on the street after a party. Like I can't name 3 people who would do that, man or woman.
I mean, granted, where it depends on like the place that where you fell asleep too.
Oh,
If it was fucking Hammer,
Dominic, where'd
like,
I fall asleep?
wait, wasn't it fucking? No, fuck. Don't tell me. It was
All right,
fucking.
here's the backstory. We're going to a party. Me, Dominique, a couple of his friends from work, and I'm meeting up with the girl that I was talking to at the time.
I remember. I remember where I think it was.
One of the highest, crime rated parts of Boston. Like this is where
It was Was it Mattapan, right?
It was Mattapan.
Yeah.
It's the weekend. It's the summer, and it's a hot night. Everybody's throwing down. Everyone's having a good time. I got work the next morning. Now, my buddy, well, I should say Dominique's buddy, drove us out into the city.
Shout out Tony.
There was an after party a few miles away, but I needed to go home. Plus, I wasn't feeling good. Like it was starting to be fall. The flu season was kicking in.
Bro was sipping too much. Just say it. Just say it. Don't spray it.
I don't think I was drinking at all, but
Nah, wait, you were, bro. I do not believe that. You were definitely sipping on something. I do not believe that. I do not.
It's 3 a.m. I'm like super pissed off that the plan is not to go home, but to go to this after party. So I'm like, fuck y'all. I'm calling the Uber. Go have fun. Like I'm through with it. So this Uber is taking 30 minutes to get here. I'm sitting on this side street where there's one fucking sidewalk. Like not even on the other side, just one sidewalk on the entire road. I'm piped up against the phone pole. Heads are walking back and forth against me. They're paying me no mind, but you hear the commotion of the city at night. And I'm waiting for the Uber. I'm leant up against the phone pole and I pass out. And the Uber wakes me up.
wow.
Like, for all intents and purposes, white boy in the inner city at night, this is bad luck for you, homie. But not even just white boy, but anybody just, lacking
Just
like that.
Anyone in Mattapan. I mean, granted, Mattapan, it's not every place that you, for the most part, I would notice you see, will say, oh, it's really bad, da da da. It's not as bad as it probably was at its height, and it definitely could be a lot worse, but, it definitely can get pretty bad.
Fall asleep at an MBTA station or, the commuter rail in Boston. Fall asleep there for 2 hours, and if nobody fucks with you, you get a gold star.
Yeah, if you don't get harassed by some crackheads, you should.
I mean,
if a cop doesn't
granted,
check you for being asleep in public transit, you get a medal.
I mean, we gotta say though, it's Massachusetts. It ain't fucking Illinois or fucking Chicago or places like that. Sure, it's dangerous, but it ain't war zone over there. I used to.
You're not gonna catch me sleeping in Chicago.
Exactly, I
Windy City.
used to live in Mattapan, bro. I used to live in Mattapan, and nothing ever happened to me.
Right. No, when I lived in Hyde Park, nothing happened to me.
Yeah, it's fairly kind of safe, except for some places I would say.
Again,
But I would definitely-
you just got to know what not to do, and if you find
And
yourself
when
in
Exactly.
and when
situations,
who you're with, when you're doing stuff, like how you're doing it.
if you're 10 deep and you got juice, nobody's fucking with you.
You can see it.
It doesn't matter where you are.
That's,
Yeah, but you guys can be the witness of this because like especially me, I usually don't drink, but like especially when I'm out, like I kind of
John
reserve
Moore?
that.
John Moore. John doesn't drink because of an incident that happened before we met him, and we don't know what that incident is, or even if there is an incident, he claims there is. But
Yeah,
the man,
there's definitely an incident, but
the man does not drink. The
but I
man
don't drink.
How many,
It's like
how many beers did you have? Like when we got drinks in Montreal, how many did you think you had? 2 or 3?
really, I was the sober one all the time, bro.
I thought
was
you
the
had a.
sober one.
I thought you had a shot though. I swear we got to get a shot.
I had in certain situations because it would be
Yeah.
awkward to just sit there and then not drink. But definitely, like
This
nothing that
$2.
would-
Dominique,
Sip. What you think I'm sipping on? Come on.
Yeah.
we almost had to have an exorcism on this man.
Bro, y'all niggas, bro. Yeah, and it's
We can
mainly
get to that another day.
that, bro.
We got Canada stories. Don't worry, folks. You'll hear a lot from us. Don't
You
sweat
know
it.
what happened in Canada stays in Canada, bro.
Oh, I like. Okay, for now.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. I am
For now.
correct. I can't.
Like, come on now. Come on. Now, but I mean, just to wrap this up. Okay. Let's
Well,
get
hold on.
it.
I want to throw this to John. When
Okay.
you were in Brazil, did you see anything that made you like stop and like did anything like scare you? Were you ever like fuck, what do I do in this situation? Blah 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 blah. Like, did anything like throw down there?
Actually, nothing. I was
Wow.
granted. When I was going there, I looked up some website, especially there's like a US.gov travel advisory or something like
It
that.
tells you where you can and can't go.
Yeah, like they said like Brazil is a country where you have to pay more attention, and it had a level like probably 4 something like that. But when I went there, everybody was super nice, and everybody was very nice actually. It was surprisingly like awesome. It's not like America, bro. It was very nice, and I
A 6'2"
granted
black dude walking around.
No
I'm
places-
feeling okay.
No places like America,
I mean,
bro.
sure, I was not white. Probably like you could probably be a target, bro. Like because they know like. Apparently, I heard that dudes that have like white skin and probably like they have
With
this
the $800
stereotype.
camera around my neck and a pretty girl around my arm. Yeah, I'm not making it out there without getting checked.
No,
by
like it's
somebody.
a stereotype too. Like oh, you automatically have money because you're white, bro.
Yeah, it's both a compliment, a backhanded compliment.
Exactly, but like
Literally.
you would probably be a target for some reason, bro. But like me, I'm just like fucking.
They're like, oh, look at those black people. Shit, they don't have
Exactly,
shit.
bro. Yeah, they have nothing going on. Probably,
Like literally.
But after they fucking
So-
put 2 in my back and curb stop me, they take out my wallet and be like, "Damn, we just wasted 15 minutes
Yo.
on this fun."
Yeah, but that's just a stereotype. I mean, it's obviously not true, but
But it's
It
also
is what
like,
it is.
as much as it is a stereotype, it's also cultural perception too.
Mhm.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
if I'm wearing the fucking luau t-shirt and I got the cargo shorts on and the fucking socks pulled up high, and I look like a stereotype tourist, and I walk
Yo,
into
look at me.
the favela of favelas,
Villa.
somebody gonna come up to me.
My favorite
Yeah,
map.
probably. Oh my god, these were so beautiful. I don't know what these people are going through. I'm guessing that people are going like through a lot in these favelas thing
Nah.
places. But it's just so nice to see, bro. Like when you're looking at them, bro, like just like fucking.
It's different, right?
awesome, bro.
It's so
different.
it's
It's a different vibe.
yeah, I
It was
bet.
crazy, bro. Like
I don't remember Dominic telling me any Jamaica stories, but when we went to Aruba, like the first thing they told me, I don't know if I shared this story before, at least on the podcast. If I have, I apologize. You're hearing a repeat, but when we went all down there, my family told me, first things first, don't leave the resort. So the first thing in my mind is like, all right, we leave at the resort. to go to
Do
the
everything opposite of what you're told not to do.
resort. Right, like I'm not going, all the way around the
This
world
figure,
just
bro.
to hang out with more Americans. Like I want to go see shit.
Who the locals? What's going on? What's happening outside this shit?
I get in contact with the local girl. We meet up. I walk like, I want to say an hour after hopping off the bus, and I'm walking through just residential, the original houses of the Aruban Island, and it's it's so much different, and I found some beauty to it. A fucking stray dog followed me. There's dogs everywhere on the island. This dog followed me for a
What was his
good
name, bro? I thought you named him.
It was Pedro.
There it is. There it is.
Pedro followed me. Like Pedro would check around. Like he'd run across to make sure the block was okay. He kind of guided me around, even though I'm like no, like Google Maps says we gotta go this way, Pedro. Like you gotta follow me. You'd be like, oh, I. But bro, as I'm getting there, another dog just jumps out and they immediately start tearing into each other. Bro, Pedro died. Just
Wow.
had his fucking throat gashed. The other dog fucking got bit up too. But I'm still walking along. I'm like, damn, I just witnessed a dog, fucking scuffle, and I'm still happy to be here.
You were on some Will Smith shit. What's that movie called? That's literally that was you, man. That was you, bro.
But at the same time, you see, there's wild chickens running around, obviously with God knows how many diseases given it's a wild animal. There's families, just, outside the resort trying to make most of their lives, but, no one gives you any shit. I had a backpack on and nobody tried to check me. And I'm dressed like a regular tourist. Granted,
Yeah.
Aruba's one of the safer islands out of the whole Caribbean, but at the same time,
There's some shit there. There was some shit there.
There's always some shit,
Island
bro.
of Cats. Someone could easily fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know what? I want to go experience the world, and I'm not spending, this whole week sitting, by the pool. I want to go see I want to go see the rest of the world.
Yes, sir. Man got inked up too. Don't forget that. You got to show off the ink. Hey.
Man got his hair in braids. Man got drunk on a boat. We went parasailing. I really just stepped outside my comfort zone and went back to my 9 to 5 after I got off that plane.
Yeah, with a nice. Don't forget the snow that hit us when we came back. Don't forget.
I want to talk about it. Did you have any similar situations when you went to Jamaica though?
Oh, nah, Jamaica, it's always just a good time. There's never any big incidences like that.
Well,
Honestly,
I'm not saying Aruba wasn't a bad time. I was just saying
No.
culture shock or different expectations.
oh, hell no. Only because, just with my family, I feel like
I got it.
it felt like it was just going back, to home, home. It felt like even though I'd never really been there, it felt like I'd been there all my life. Nothing changed. It was a great time, And then that's those type of experiences when you go out to different parts of the world really opens you up, because we really are in a bubble. Not just in America, not just even in Massachusetts, just even in Boston itself, just this part of where we are. There's so much to this state alone. And then you think of just even in the country, and then you think even past that. You know what I mean? So just to expose yourself to that type of stuff, it really opens your eyes to the world. And that it in a lot of ways, it's not as scary as you may think it may be, or it may be perceived as. And in some other ways, it is a lot more scary than you would have thought. Whether that's, good or bad, up for the person to decide. But I mean, I think everyone needs to, those type of experiences are important that everyone should be going through. And I think it would help a lot, especially in this country, because motherfuckers have never left they never left the state, let alone the country. So, I mean, damn.
House.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why yeah. Fair point.
So, moral of the story: take the risks, but know your limits. Know
Yeah.
the situation you're in.
Exactly.
I will say, I will never again sleep in my car in Fredericton, Canada, because that was spooky.
New Brunswick vibes.
Oh my god.